When OnePlus came to India a few years ago, it created a category of its own. Most OnePlus smartphones in those days were used to be priced on either side of rupees 30,000 and were called affordable flagships. Now this year, the brand took a huge jump by launching the OnePlus 9 Pro. It is company's most premium and expensive smartphone in India, but that does not mean that it left the affordable flagship category. We still had an India-specific OnePlus 9R. Now this phone is priced around rupees 40,000 and promises a flagship-like experience, but there are few sacrifices, few compromises have been made. What are those compromises? Is the OnePlus 9R still worth buying? Where does it stand against competition? Well, we are going to cover all of that in this video. You're watching India Today Tech. I am Manas Tiwari and this is a review of the OnePlus 9R. I want to address a couple of things right on top. First of all, when the OnePlus 9R launched, a lot of people compared it to the OnePlus 8T and even criticized OnePlus for launching a phone which is just a refreshed version of its last year's flagship. But let me tell you, a lot of brands do that. There are brands that are trying to sell the same phone between rupees 12 to 20,000 by just changing the processor or the main camera of it, and nobody bats an eye. And fair enough, brands have that right to do that. So does OnePlus. Because if the company is trying to give me a phone which like a 6-month flagship with a better processor, I'll rather take it. And in fact, it costs less than OnePlus 8T as well. So I'm not trying to defend OnePlus here, but I will not get into that argument whether this was OnePlus 9R actually needed or was the OnePlus 8T just enough. I will not get into that. Now the second thing is that when this phone launched, OnePlus talked a lot about its gaming capabilities. It tried to market the OnePlus 9R as a gaming smartphone. Let me be honest with you, it's not. This is not a gaming smartphone. This is now how a gaming smartphone looks or performs. The only thing that OnePlus has added to is this phone is basically a gaming mode, which you can find on a lot of other smartphones anyway. To stand out, a gaming smartphone needs hardware, which we can see on phones like Asus ROG series. Or I'll give you a very good example in this category. We had the iQOO 3 last year. It had the shoulder buttons. The hardware was optimized for gaming as well. So those are the phones that you can consider as gaming smartphones, but not this. This is more like an all-rounder, affordable flagship, which whether it is good or bad, we're going to discuss going forward. But before that, please subscribe to India Today Tech if you haven't. Also, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any updates from our side. And let me remind you once again, we are this close to hitting the 1 lakh subscriber mark. So धक्का लगा दो, please पहुंचवा दो. Thank you. Now let's get started with the review of OnePlus 9R. The OnePlus 9R is essentially a phone designed to keeping in mind a casual user, be it a gamer or just any other user. What I like it is that you get the rounded edges here. The form factor is not that tall, so the phone easily sits in your palm. Also, the rear panel does not catch fingerprint smudges that easily. I mean, it does, but it doesn't catch them as easily as some of the other phones. And I also like the fact that even if there are few smudges, they don't show up that easily. So that's a good thing to have. The phone is 8.4 mm thick and weighs 189 grams, which reminds you a lot of the OnePlus 8T as I mentioned earlier. It has similar dimension and similar weight distribution, but as I said, we're not gonna get into that comparison and all and just move on. So the OnePlus 9R has been launched in 2 color options, slate blue and carbon black. As you can see here, I had the blue color variant. Now one thing that you have to keep in mind is that this phone is slippery. It's really slippery. Even if I keep it on a flat surface, there's a chance that it glides. So you'll have to use this phone with a protective case most of the times. Now in terms of usage, I found this phone decent for one-hand use. Even the volume button or the power button, which are on either side of the phone, are easily reachable. There's an alert slider as well. At the bottom you get a Type-C USB charging port as well as the SIM tray. So that basically completes the other design elements of the phone. Now, one thing that I was quick to notice is that if you look at the camera module, there is no Hasselblad branding here, which means that the OnePlus Hasselblad partnership for this year only limits to the more premium OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro, and this one comes with a normal camera setup. We're going to talk about the camera in detail later. See, overall the OnePlus 9R does give you a premium experience. I like the fact that it costs less than OnePlus 8T, and the weight is absolutely beautiful. I mean, the distribution as well as the overall weight, because this one feels very light in your hand. Now, for some reason, when I took out this phone and took it in my hand, I felt like the display isn't that big. But when I read the specifications, it's actually a 6.55-inch AMOLED display. So kudos to OnePlus for using a decent sized display while keeping the form factor quite compact. The display provides 120Hz refresh rate, which is now standard across OnePlus devices. It's a full HD plus display which offers a peak brightness of 1100 nits, which is impressive. The display panel should serve most of your purposes, be it multimedia consumption or gaming. The smartphone also has features like vision comfort, reading mode and ambient display. As I said before, despite the 6.5-inch display, the OnePlus 9R does not feel like a huge device to hold, which makes it ideal for even long-term calling. But the problem is that it is slippery, so I'll advise you to use a pair of earbuds or an earphone while being on long calls. Just like the OnePlus 9 Pro and 9, the OnePlus 9R also comes with Oxygen OS out of the box based on Android 11. It is among a few custom Android UIs that offer a near stock experience. Now, coming to the performance, that's where the things get interesting, because at the time of launch, the OnePlus 9R was one of the first to get Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 chipset. We have said that repeatedly that this processor is basically a slightly improved version of Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus, which found its way on a lot of flagship smartphones of last year. Now, this year we have had the OnePlus 9R, there's also the Mi 11X, Vivo's X60 series, a lot of smartphones now in the market that have used this processor and will continue to use, because it's a lot affordable than the Snapdragon 888, which is the flagship processor for this year. The everyday performance is quite satisfactory. The OnePlus 9R handles everything with ease, be it multitasking, gaming or streaming. At one point I had almost 20 apps opened on the OnePlus 9R but didn't notice any stutter. As I mentioned before, the OnePlus 9R was marketed heavily for its gaming, but that's largely limited to casual gamers and not really the hardcore gamers. They can look at other devices like ROG series for their purposes. I played a lot of games on the OnePlus 9R like Call of Duty, Asphalt 9 and Mortal Kombat, the ultimate fighting game. It handled most of these games with ease. It's good to have 240Hz touch sampling rate, which lets you use up to 5 fingers simultaneously, giving you an advantage in gaming. Now, there's also a multi-layer cooling system that makes sure that phone doesn't heat up too much. Despite that, I could sense some heating in the phone after a while. Now, one thing that I have to give OnePlus is that it has managed to keep the phone quite sleek and compact while promising or delivering a very decent performance. So unlike an Asus ROG 5 or an iQOO 3, this phone is not that heavy. It's quite compact, and it's, if you like to play games for a very long time, it doesn't add to the fatigue. So that's an advantage that the OnePlus 9R gets on other gaming smartphones. This year, OnePlus made a lot of headlines with its camera capabilities. The OnePlus 9 and OnePlus 9R were probably less talked about, and the Hasselblad partnership was the more talked about thing when this series launched. As I said before, that partnership does not carry forward to the OnePlus 9R, and in terms of camera, not much has improved since the OnePlus 8T. You get a 48 megapixel primary sensor with electronic image stabilization, a 16 megapixel ultra wide camera with 123-degree field of view, a 5 megapixel macro sensor and a 2 megapixel monochrome sensor for black and white photos. The OnePlus 9R performs well during daylight with great details and color accuracy. The autofocusing is quick and scene detection is also apt. We tried to capture the sky around sunset time, and the OnePlus 9R stunned us with a shot that gave us an orangish tint in the sky, while the leaves captured had natural colors. Now, the natural color part is not something I can say for every single image, because while some of these image samples, as you can see in case of this plant, it looks very vibrant and punchy, but that wasn't the original color of the plant. It has come out slightly more saturated than the original color. The ultra wide angle camera does a decent job. As you can see, if you zoom in, most of the details are same. Of course, there is going to be some loss, but if you zoom in towards the tree in this particular shot, you can see that it is quite sharp for an ultra wide angle shot. Now things change when you come to the low light photography or low light shots. They are not as sharp as you would expect them to be. In fact, in some situations the 9R camera could not focus in the low light condition, which isn't something we expect. One thing which I liked about the night shots is that you still get a lot of light in these images. These images have come out brighter than most of the other smartphones in this price point. In fact, the detailing at the back is also decent. However, if you zoom in, you can see that the buildings at the back, they have a painting like effect, which isn't, you know, that nice to have. The selfie camera is also decent for daylight photos, while low light images do get a lot of noise in the corners, which means that you will need a light source around for good selfies. The videos on the OnePlus 9R come out just fine. You can see in this video sample that colors are fine. However, if you look at the edges, the detailing isn't that great. Some of the elements lose their sharpness, but overall the stabilization is also fine. Even though you don't get optical image stabilization here, the EIS or the electronic image stabilization does a fine job. Now, one area where OnePlus hasn't made any compromise is the battery. The OnePlus 9R gets the same 4500 mAh battery which you would otherwise get on the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro. The handset ships with Warp Charge 65, which the company claims can charge the smartphone from 1 to 100% in 39 minutes. During the review, I noticed that the 9R could last about a day with heavy usage, with a screen on time of about 6+ hours, which is good enough. As far as the charger goes, I noticed that about a 20-minute charging can boost your battery from 25 to up to 60%. At a starting price of 39,999, the OnePlus 9R is a very good option. Let me be very honest with you, you get a decent design here. It's a very stylish phone. The display is good, the performance is also good, and the battery life is fair for the price as well. Now the problem is that you have a lot of options with similar specifications and around the similar price point now. The Mi 11X and the Mi 11X Pro are probably the biggest competitors of the OnePlus 9R. In fact, the Mi 11X Pro, which is priced around the same mark, comes with a Snapdragon 888 processor. However, what you get here is also OnePlus Oxygen OS, which no other company has. Now, there are two variants of this phone. The first one, as I said, cost 40,000 rupees. Both of them have 8 GB of RAM. The other variant is at 44,000 rupees, and what you get is additional the total storage is 256 GB. So ideally I would advise you to get that, but there's a difference of rupees 4,000 between the two variants, so you can take a call for yourself. Now, three things that we liked about the OnePlus 9R. First has to be the premium design, second has to be great aesthetics, and third is the processor and battery life. What I didn't like about the OnePlus 9R, first is it's slippery. The phone slips a lot. Second is the low light performance is not that great, and third is that there's a lot of competition, so you have options that you can look at, and some of them are actually more affordable than the OnePlus 9R. So those are the three things that you have to keep in mind. How much do we rate the OnePlus 9R? Well, our rating for this phone is 8 out of 10. What do you think of this review? Please let us know in the comment section. Also, if there's a phone that you want us, the OnePlus 9R, to be compared with, let us know that as well. Thank you for watching this video.